Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, buckle the fuck up. Because today, we ain't talking about no parking tickets or petty theft. We're not even talking about your run-of-the-mill political corruption. We're talking about the possibility that the President of the United States wasn't even born in the fucking country. Yeah, that story, the one the media, the politicians, and all the so-called respectable people swept under the rug like it was a crack pipe at Hunter Biden's Thanksgiving dinner. They told you it was racist. They told you it was a conspiracy theory. They told you to shut up. Well, today, we're not shutting up.
And we got exhibits, baby. More exhibits than the fucking Smithsonian. More red flags than a CCP May Day parade. More inconsistencies than Adam Schiff's fucking eyeballs. This ain't a theory, Vinny. This is a case, and it's a damn good one.
And here's the kicker. The part they conveniently forget to mention on CNN. This whole thing started with the Democrats. Back during the 2008 primary, when Hillary was getting her ass handed to her by this new kid on the block, her people, her supporters, were the ones sending around emails accusing Obama of being born in Kenya before Trump even jumped in the ring. They started that shit.
Right. It's a classic mob tactic. You start a rumor, you throw a grenade, you see what sticks. Then when it blows up bigger than you expected, you pretend like it was all the other guys doing. Hillary's people threw that grenade first and then walked away whistling like they didn't just blow up the whole fucking building. And then they had the balls to act outraged when Trump picked it up.
Then you got the star witness testimony. You got Grandma Obama, Sarah Obama, on a recorded phone call, clear as day, from her village in Kenya, saying she was there in person when Barack popped out. The interviewer asks, was she present when he was born in Kenya? And she says, yes. And then, suddenly, after the line conveniently cuts and comes back, oh no, wait, he was born in Hawaii. A complete 180. Give me a fucking break. In a courtroom, that's what we call a coerced witness. That's a witness who got a little phone call during the recess from someone who told her to get her story straight. Or else.
Yeah, Vinny, that call switched directions faster than Obama switched drone targets. First, she's like, yes, he was born here. I was there. Then, boom, a quick commercial break, and suddenly it's a script rewrite. I meant to say Hawaii. Aloha. It stinks.
So under pressure, Obama releases the short-form birth certificate in 2008. It's on that green security paper. Okay, fine, case closed, right? Wrong. Then, years later, after he's already president, they upload the official files to the White House archives. And guess what? The file for the short form changed. It's the same certificate, but a completely different digital document, not on the green paper anymore. It's a black and white scan. Who the fuck edits a key piece of evidence after it's already been released to the public? That's called tampering. In my world, that's an automatic mistrial and a possible obstruction of justice charge. You don't get to swap out Exhibit A after the trial has already started.
That's like handing in your final exam. The teacher marks it, and then you sneak into the school at night and swap out your F with a photoshopped A. Except instead of just getting expelled, you get the White House.
So finally, in 2011, after years of pressure from Trump, Obama finally drops the long form, the Holy Grail. And what happens? Instantly, people who actually know what they're looking at see that the whole damn thing is a circus. You got spacing issues that are impossible on a typewriter. You got different text boxes that don't line up. You got weird white halos around all the letters, like a bad cut-and-paste job. This shit wasn't typed in 1961. It was Frankenstein together in Photoshop, probably by some 20-year-old intern who got paid in Starbucks gift cards and told to make it look old. It's a forgery. A bad one.
And multiple layers in the fucking PDF file. You don't get layers from a Xerox machine. You don't get layers from a scanner. You get layers when a designer is building a fake document piece by piece and forgets to flatten the image before he saves it. This wasn't a copy. It was a fucking commissioned art project.
This part right here, this is the part where I lose my fucking mind. This is the slam dunk. Obama's social security number, the one he's used his whole life, was issued from Connecticut. He never lived there. He never visited there. He never had a fucking paper route there. The fuck was he doing with a Connecticut social security number? From 1977.
My guy was 15 years old at the time, living in Hawaii. You don't just get a social security number from a random state across the country. It doesn't fucking work that way. What, did the social security ferry take a wrong turn at Albuquerque? It's impossible. It means the number is likely fraudulent. And using a fraudulent social security number is a federal fucking crime.
And what about his selective service form? Another piece of evidence that stinks. The date stamp on the form only shows the number 80. Every other form from that post office, from that entire year, uses the full year, 1980. Why is his the only one that's different? And even better, the form is stamped as received the day before he allegedly signed it.
So the fucking stamp is a time traveler now? Beautiful. Maybe it came from the same universe where that birth certificate is authentic. In my world, we call that a doctored document. It's a forgery, and it's sloppy as hell.
You want to talk sick? You want to talk about a new low? Investigators and researchers have a theory, a very strong one, that Obama's team took the birth certificate number from a baby who died the day after she was born, a little girl named Sahar T. They allegedly used her number to create a fake paper trail. And when the family of that deceased baby asked the state of Hawaii for their long-form birth certificate to clear this up, what did Hawaii do? They refused. They refused to release it. Refused.
If a state government refuses to release the birth certificate of a dead baby, all while protecting a sitting president who might have used that baby's identity, that ain't normal government procedure. That ain't protecting privacy. That's called a fucking cover-up, Vinny, plain and simple.
And here's where I blow my fucking top. Because this isn't just about a birth certificate anymore. It's about a pattern of deception, a pattern of lies. We now know from Trump's people, from the Durham report, from Tulsi Gabbard's declassified documents, that Obama was the one holding the private meetings, gaslighting the intelligence agencies, and personally orchestrating the whole Russia collusion hoax from behind the scenes.
And that's the whole ballgame right there. If you're willing to lie to the American people about a global conspiracy, if you're willing to spy on a presidential campaign, if you're willing to use the CIA and the FBI to try and overthrow your successor, then why the fuck wouldn't you lie about your own fucking birth certificate? It's the same MO. The same criminal enterprise.
Let me tell you something. If anybody, I don't care who it is, sneaks their way into the presidential eligibility pool with a fake fucking birth certificate, that's not just a technicality. That's not just a paperwork issue. That is a national security catastrophe. It is the biggest fraud ever perpetrated on the American people. You forge your way into the presidency, you should be staring down the maximum penalty. This ain't jaywalking. This is hijacking the whole fucking country.
Vinny, I've never seen you this pissed. You look like you're about to subpoena God himself and put him under oath.
And to this day, to this very day, the state of Hawaii refuses to say the document is authentic. They'll play word games. They'll only ever say that the information contained within it is correct. That's not a certification of authenticity. That's a lawyer's word salad designed to mislead you without technically lying.
That's like showing the cops a hot car with no VIN number and a shitting new paint job and saying, don't worry, officer, the idea of this car is accurate. It's a blue car, and this is in fact a blue car. It's a con.
Look, let's review the evidence for the jury. You got digital layers that shouldn't be there. You got fake typewriter stamps. You got a stolen social security number from another state. You got a selective service form that defies the laws of time. You got a dead baby's identity possibly being used. You got missing travel records. You got newspaper anomalies. You got conflicting witness statements. You got one person in the entire world who allegedly saw the original long form. And you got a proven pattern of this same guy, Obama, lying to the country about the Russia hoax for years. You put it all together? This ain't a mystery. This is the biggest forgery scandal in American political history.
Case closed, and if the government had even one ball between all of them, they'd subpoena everyone from Hawaii to D.C. and rip this whole thing wide open.
Until then, we're gonna say what nobody else will. This birth certificate smells faker than a CNN fact check. Bang the gavel. Court is fucking adjourned. Yeah, go ahead, subscribe, like, comment, and share it with every motherfucker who still thinks the news is real. We're shadow banned to hell, so if you don't share this, it dies in the algorithm. YouTube don't recommend truth. They bury it under cat videos and Biden gaffes.
Yeah. So send this to your cousin, your barber, your ex, your dog walker, whoever the fuck still has balls to click Vinny, Lester, and Chris are out of here.